Hello and welcome back. So in this video I'll be teaching you about array. In previous video we looked at mapping and array. They are almost the same but not exactly. There are some things you can do with array that you can't do with mapping. So let's see the difference and how mapping and how array works in Solidity. So first of all, we're going to have our SPDS license and our Pragma version, and then we create our contract and call it array. So we're going to have some basic functions to push into the array. Okay, so these are the three things we're going to do. We're going to push into our array. We're going to pop the array, that's like remove from what we have on the array, and we're going to have a get function to get the value of what is on the array. So we could call this set value, and this could be a int 256, and then the variable could be an I, and then we could make it public. So let's also create a function to get, let's call it get list, and then we are going to make it public as well, and returns. So we're going to return an array. I'll come back to this because I need to set it as a global state. So we are also going to delete. So let me use delete array as the function name, and then public okay. All right, so there are different kinds of array. First of all, we have the fixed array, we have the dynamic array, and we can pretty much just set the value that we want to have on the array. So less talking and more action. So yeah, let's say this is our initial array. So this particular kind of array is a dynamic array. There's no size attached, and this particular type of array let's say 10 is a fixed size array, and this particular type of array comes with some value already set, maybe setting 1 2 3 4. Okay, so these are sets. All right, so these are the different kind of array. So the next thing I want to do here is to indicate the return type. So basically we are just going to work with this one. We can pretty much work with this if we don't want to set, since we already set the value, but since we want to set, we can just work with this. Okay, so yeah, I can do array dot push and then passing the value that will be entered. And here I want to return that particular array that we are going to push. So I could just do return array. And here we want to delete. So there's a difference between deleting and popping. So we'll get to that. So we want to delete the array. So this is going to delete everything. So I pretty much don't need this. And okay. So I don't need this. So but if I want to pop, so let me create a function to pop. So basically what popping does is to remove the last item from the list. So let's say we have array. So we're going to do array.pop. So this is going to remove the last item from the list. So when you now do get, you're going to get whatever is left there. So that is different from deleting when you want to delete everything. And another thing we can do is to add a function that remove um a particular number from the list. So that if you want to be specific as to which number to remove, not removing the last item, so you can just write pass in the number you want to remove. And if that number exists, that will be removed. So and that function will pretty much look like this. So basically what's happening here is that we're passing the index of the number we want to remove, and we're checking here to in the list, in this array, this length of this array, if this particular index we are passing exists or not. If it doesn't, you get an error index out of bound. And if it does, it will be removed. That particular index will be removed. So that's quite different from the normal pop. All right, so let's run our contracts. Let's compile and then deploy. So our contract has been deployed. So we have delete array, pop list, remove, set, value, and all that. So let me set one. We have one. If I do get list, you see that we have one item in the array. Let me set another one. I'm setting 10 right now. If you do get list, you see 1 and 10. I set 15. If you do get list, you see 1 and 1, 10, 15. So if I do pop lists, is if we go to back to get list, we are going to see 1 and 10. It has removed the last item. And if we do delete array, if we go back to get list, we don't get anything there because we don't delete everything. So get value, we have 15. So let's set 10. We have 10. Let's set 16 and get, so we have 15, 10, 16. All right, so let's say index, we have 0, 1, 2. So we have our index stop at 2. So let's try 3 and see what happens. We get an error. This transaction has been reverted to initial state, reason provided by the contract out of bound. So, but if we say we want to remove at index 0, that means we are targeting number 15. So that works. So if we go to get list, 15 is no longer there. So that's how you pretty much handle removing from any index position of your choice by adding this additional layer of code. So once again, what this does, check the index that you are passing in, check the compare it to the length of the array -1, and then I plus plus also doing this over here before calling the pop function. So guys, that's pretty much it. I believe with this you now know how to work with array in your contracts, how to push, how to pop, how to delete, how to remove an item from an index. So thank you very much for sticking around, and please do wait to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next series of the video, and bye for now.